Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be reviewing Paradise Park. It's an American lager from Urban South Brewery out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Thank you for joining us. Hey, everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. We are back yet again to have another beer with the three of us. And yeah, I got Andy in the attic. I got Jay. I'm Ben. Lovely shirt there, Andy. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
Paradise Park, American light lager out of Urban South Brewery, New Orleans, Louisiana, or Louisiana, depending on where you're from. Listen to this.
All right, Kraken. Getting to it.
Release the Kraken, Ben. Is that what you're saying?
Something to that effect, yes.
I think somebody shook mine up.
It was me.
Ben provided this guy.
Good. I did. It's a carbonated beverage.
So it
Here's
is
mates.
very.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
It's got an interesting aroma. It's kind of sweet and fruity. You getting that?
It definitely has
Spice or an herb.
Yeah, it definitely has a to me, I pick up on that kind of sweet taste.
It
that Andy
doesn't
mentioned.
remind me of just like a light lager. Well, this is 4.5%, 10 IBUs. It uses 2-row malt, Pilsner malt, and I don't know what I'm thinking I'm gonna pronounce this right. Huel melon hops. Jay getting the tall finger dip. Kind of elevate it.
No, it's just there was something in my beer, so I had to get it out. I think Ben, he was trying to poison me.
Wouldn't be the first time I've tried. So far I've been unsuccessful.
Yeah.
So this, it's Paradise Park is named after a trailer park in Urban South Brewery's founder's hometown. He grew up in Southwest Louisiana. I could not find which small. It said it was rural, so it's probably so rural we've never heard of the name of said small town or hometown. So the website said it lists all the beers, so this is a year-round beer. And it said that this pairs well with festival season, Mardi Gras, and Louisiana heat. And after tasting it, I can see why. Because it's hot the majority of the year down there around Louisiana, southern Louisiana. So this would be very refreshing. So are we interrupting your science experiment there, Jay?
No, it's good. Just checking it all out.
So Urban South Brewery is a regional brewery. It's a regional brewery of New Orleans, and it was founded in 2016. So the founder, a guy named Jacob Landry, not to be confused with some reality show Jacob Landry who hunts or something. I don't know what he does. It's a different one.
Okay.
This guy. Yeah, when I looked this up, because I was trying to find the hometown, a little more information about the brewery, because their website didn't give much information. And I was like, what? No, this is not the same guy. So or the founder of the Urban South, Jacob Landry, spent a year in Europe, and he got to sample all the English ales and the Belgian ales and the German lagers, and so he got to understand the beer that we drink and the roots. But he wanted to kind of incorporate that European beer heritage and the American style of like daring brewing, things like that. So that's where Urban South came from.
All right. I take it that's what you have for us. I'm already very jealous of this guy that I don't know, because not only does he own a brewery, but he also spent a year in Europe, drinking beer. So sounds like a good
He
option
did
if you can make that
spend
work.
a year in Europe just to drink beer, but while in Europe, drink beer.
How's that different from what I said?
He get some college time in Europe.
Okay. Well, anyway. All right. Have either of you had this one?
I don't believe so.
Ben, I know you have.
I have had this one several times. I've had a keg of it as well. Yeah, I'll let y'all go first since you're new to the show. If you've had the beer, you go last, or as last as we can make it if it's something we've all had. But I've had it. I'm going to go last. Jay, what do you think?
Oh, where to begin?
You're still trying to get that finger out of your beer.
Yeah. There's something about this beer that is just different. I can't put my finger on it. That first sip or
You
two,
put your finger in it.
Yeah, I did. I did put my finger in it, but I can't put my finger on it. With the issue, or not issue,
and that's not how you put your finger on it. Is to actually put your finger.
So,
Oh,
I don't know. It's a strange flavor to me. Whether it's a herb or a spice to me, I guess it almost goes similar to shandy in some ways. I don't know. I was just trying to figure it out, but it's not one that I particularly care for. I understand, Ben. I mean, this might be something you like a keg of, but I wouldn't. I respect that. It's a little different for me. I do like lagers most of the time, but there's just something different when I poured it out. I could smell a different flavor or aroma, if you will. I think I'm probably going to have to go with the 6 on this. It's something I would drink again, but I want to try and figure out what that flavor is or what that is. It's not as enjoyable to me.
All right. The Attic, what say you?
It's got some flocculence. It's got some little.
Now you see why I was playing with things.
Stuff. I wish I knew what they added to this. Because the first aroma, I was like, "Is this lager okay? Because this doesn't smell like a lager."
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
So
Maybe
then
it's named after Paradise Park for a reason.
yes, it's so. The first sip, I was like, is it a bad beer? But then I sip it some more, and I can see why they say it's for the heat, because it is very light. It's got a fruitiness to it, but I can't figure out what it is. I just don't know. I'm struggling on this one because I want to like it, but it's not bad. It's just not like something I'd buy again, really. I'm gonna give it a 6.
All right. I'm going to first off shout out Stacy, our Urban South rep here in Central Mississippi. I think he actually does Alabama as well. If he happens to be watching, he probably isn't. But I've run into him a few times at our local beer store. So
Awkward.
definitely, if you happen to be watching, Stacy, appreciate that. I think for me, yes, I have had a keg of this, but at the same time, it's just okay for me too. When I go look for a keg, I look for something with a low ABV. I look for something light and crisp, and I think this fits those categories, right? I mean, it's something I could drink a lot of. I typically, again, with a keg beer, like to drink some craft beers, and then the keg beer is almost the filler beer, for me. So that's why I look for that light, crisp, low ABV beer. But I'm not going to disagree with you. There's something there that is not what you would really expect to find in an American lager. And despite having a keg of this, it also it's very dry. It kind of sucks a lot of that saliva out of your mouth, or at least it does for me, as you drink it. And then also, it's always been very carbonated. Anytime I've had it draft, anywhere out of the can, I've had it both ways. It's a very carbonated beer. So I think all that being said, for me, it's an okay beer. It's definitely. I think I find it hard to be something I would want when I'm outside and kind of hot because, again, just of how dry it tends to make my mouth feel after a sip or two. So I'm kind of with you guys on this one, even though I have had a keg of it. It's okay for what it is. I'm right there with you. I think this one's a 6.
And Jay, I think Jay mentioned best. It reminds me the smell, the fruity aroma. It's like a Radler because it's light, it's very carbonated, and it smells fruity. Does not taste like a lager.
No,
just like an
that's
American
what got
lager.
me.
So maybe that's why I'm just like off the charts on this one, but it's just not bad, but it's just not what I expected out of an American light lager.
And I will say, my youngest child, who is a girl, says this is the Badingo beer because it's flamingos, and she calls them Badingos.
Okay.
That is going to be a 6 for the Paradise Park Lager from Urban South Brewery out of New Orleans, Louisiana. One that's a little bit different, but you should give it a try and let us know what you think about it. Definitely be sure, though, if you've made it this far, to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. Check us out on all the social media platforms. I mean, we're on pretty much all of them. No, not all, but we're on
on MySpace.
We're out. Yeah. Oh
Friendster.
yeah. We brought the MySpace space back, Friendster, all of them. But all those links will be down in the description. But more importantly, we're on Discord. You should come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. Come check us out. It's just a fancy way of saying, hey, there's a chat room that is just specific for Hopped Up Beer Review. And you can catch up with the 3 of us as well as the others that have joined us there. And we talk about beer and other stuff too.
Hey, where can I get one of those shirts? Because
one of these shirts? I mean, you need something, right? You can't go outside like that.
And a koozie.
Wow. You could definitely grab all those. We got a link below. Check that out. We've created a little Zazzle store that'll ship you some of it is. It's multiple Z's actually.
3 Z's.
3 Z's that will ship
if you're
you
in
some
Europe. 3 Z's.
That will ship you some Hopped Up Beer Review stuff. I don't know if they ship to Europe, so but you can grab some of that if you so would like to do that. With that, now that I've said all that, for Andy in the attic and his wife beater, and Jay and his lovely Hopped Up Beer Review shirt, I'm Ben. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Ben the Flat Earther.
Cheers.
cheers, mates. He's like, I can't see Europe because it's flat.
Is that we're gonna start a different channel where we talk about conspiracy theories? I think that'd be a good next topic.